Capcom. Capcom versus SNK.
Okay, this is Capcom versus SNK on the Dreamcast, and let's check it out.
Capcom versus SNK.
This is the second of 3 Dreamcast games that I have reordered after I sold all my Dreamcast stuff when I moved a couple of years ago. But there were some games that were kind of nagging at me, and I just felt I couldn't live without any longer. So I repurchased them, and this is the second one. Yesterday I showed off a little Guilty Gear X, and today it's Capcom vs. SNK Pro. I actually never had Pro before for the Dreamcast. I did get the PS1 version in the meantime, but back in the day I only had the non-pro version of Capcom vs. SNK. I never upgraded to the pro version, so this is actually almost new game, sort of. This was like Guilty Gear X, a Naomi game in the arcade. Pair match mode is just a 2-on-2 mode, I think. Should probably check it out. I haven't tried that yet, as I was just calibrating things. Let's check out options. There aren't actually too many options. Difficulty, this is the default setting, so that's kind of a low difficulty. I feel like I should set that up. Oh well. We'll just see how that goes. With free, you just have to pick between normal and turbo. And why would you pick normal when there's turbo? So we'll leave it there. I guess leave that like that. Gauge, normal. I think I tried the original on the PS1 version. It was alright. Might as well turn it on, I guess. Actually, no, let's do normal first. And then you can either have run or dash on, but you can't have both on at once. You can have both off. But let's do, one second. Yeah, at least dash is on, so now I have to reset this stuff. Turbo, I guess that's all I actually did, huh? Okay, so later I'll try to remember to come back and set it on the other music type. I think it's just a slight remix, as far as I remember from the PS1 version. Button config is confusing because my arcade stick is running through a Brook Arcade Super, what's it called? Brook Super Converter, and it's actually a PlayStation 4 stick. Plus, I have manually rewired the buttons on the stick so it would work the way I wanted it to work on my Neo Geo Super Converter, so it's all weird, but I think I've got that worked out. There's only 4 buttons. It does know that this is an arcade stick running through the Super Converter, so that's kind of cool. Chuhatsu, however you might say that, is taunt. I just put taunt on. That's just how I have my stick set up. I want to have basically a square formation with light punch in the upper left, heavy punch in the upper right, light kick in the lower left, and heavy kick in the lower right, and then a column of 2 buttons in between to space things out, so I don't. That sort of helps me a little bit from resting my palm too heavily on the arcade stick and eventually getting cramps and that stupid stuff. That's how I have it set up for KOF. So, and CVS was interesting because they did only go with, they went with the Capcom or with the SNK style 4 attack buttons rather than the Capcom style 6 attack buttons. Of course, they rethought that in CVS 2, which had 6 attack buttons. So anyway, that's all we got there. Display adjust is weird because I know nobody cares about this, but I was hoping you'll notice that the VGA I get through my Kuro VGA box, I don't know if it's that thing or just the way Dreamcast does it, but it comes out slightly to the right. And I could have just had various other ways, but I don't really feel like doing that. But some games have a display adjust where you can move the display over. Now, but you'll notice it's not actually moving the whole display over, it's just moving this little central part, which I don't think actually... Actually, let's check that out. So if I do that... But it doesn't notice, like when I exit here, the menu is still a little off center. Maybe it did move it a little. No, it didn't. See, actually what it moved was the option mode. Notice how the option mode circle is now clipping more on the left side than on the right side. So it didn't actually move the, and I do have autosave on, it didn't actually move doesn't move the main display, it just moves the graphics inside the main display. I want to see in training mode what that looks like. I guess it's just gonna... What's funny here is it doesn't seem to... Oh, I see, there it goes. So there isn't an EX version in Wii U, but otherwise you can toggle with... I don't know if it's the start button or what. It's the start button on my stick here. All this stuff is pretty much unlocked from the start in this Pro version, whereas in the original you had to sort of grind for Guru points or something to actually purchase the EX characters. So... So the UI is slightly off-center in the main window now. Well, that's just silly. The command lists are... they certainly take up a lot of space. X and Y is the punch buttons. A and B are the kick buttons. Figured that out through trial and error. Well, and if you know the moves. Anyway. The button config is really laggy in this mode, but that's how I had to do it because it was all trial and error getting those darn buttons straightened out on my whole PlayStation super adapted versions. Training menu, not too many options. You can have the CPU fight you. You can't change the difficulty though, so I don't know. I'm not sure if it seemed all that tough. And then you can change the gauge, but that's it if you want to fight, so... And then it goes exit, which is weird. Because, no, I don't want to quit game. I had to map the column of buttons in between my punch and kick buttons. I had to map to taunt if I didn't want to confuse them with attack buttons. So I accidentally hit them, and it does a taunt, which is probably going to be a severe drawback. It's getting real. Oh. There's something weird about the sound over here. Is my stereo sound messed up somehow? My headphones are messed up. I'm still getting music through it just fine. Weird, so that all sound fine over there. when I throw him from over here, there's no sound. Wait a second. So this Kyo does not seem very tough. But let me turn him back into a dummy. There we go. Yeah, he's not. Not my headphones either. Maybe it's this stage. Maybe it's supposed to be like your... Well, that's weird. What if we pick a different stage? Let's do... what is that? Let's do that. Is that a boss stage? I only played the PS1 version as briefly in the past year or so. This must be a boss stage or something, right?
Final round fight.
Okay, so on this side. No, it's just less sound from this side. Well, that is weird. Maybe I should put the game in mono. I have to readjust my volume setting. What the heck would that be? I guess that's probably something with my setup, but I haven't had any. I'm baffled by that. Anyhow. So that's training mode. I mean, I know like Third Strike has a sort of stereo effect when you go from side to side, but I didn't notice that it was quieter on the right side on this setup. Maybe it's my audio. Make sure my audio cables are plugged in all the way. Well, and wait a sec, the music isn't affected. I mean, that comes through equally in both of my headphones, so it was just the sound effects from the fighter. So it must be a game bug. It must be this game, right? I don't know, that's weird. It's not going to help if there was a sound test for... Whoa. Yeah, no, it's just the, how do I get out? Get out! No, it's just the stereo side-to-side sound effect that's supposed to happen in the stages. It's weird. Wow. Well, that's just a feature, I guess. I guess the training mode CPU difficulty must be just whatever it is in options. There is a color edit mode, which seems kind of cool. I mean, I haven't looked at it, but that's cool they offer it. How should we color? Yeah, this is the old way you do it. What a whiz I am. I actually don't want to keep this. I don't remember what I had it at. Fix it. I hope so. Oh. What's that? So this must be your normal color, right? 2, 3, that's pretty cool. 4, that looks broken. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 colors. I wonder how you pick them all. Dang it, now I'm gonna have to look up a fact because I do not see. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna pause this and check a fact. Okay, well, what I gathered there is from reading, finally tracking down a fact which listed colors, is that in the first CV, well, there are 8 different sets of colors per character, and in at least there aren't really any facts for Pro, but for the first one, there were 2 edit slots per character, and I guess those are in addition to the 8 sets of default colors, and it would show color 1 and or color 2 when you highlighted a character in the character select screen. And to pick the regular colors, of course, there's the 4 regular punch and kick buttons, and then to get the second set of 4 colors, you do the sort of, well, let's see, like you do 2 punch buttons is another color, 2 kick buttons is another color, light punch and light kick is another color, and then heavy punch and heavy kick is another color. And then the edit colors you would select by hitting sort of, if you have your buttons in a square shape like I do, then the edit colors are selecting a sort of X with diagonals, so you would hit, I think for color 1, but it doesn't matter, but let's just say color 1, you would hit light punch and heavy kick, and then for the other color you would hit light kick and heavy punch to select those, and this is all in the character select screen, of course. So that's good to know. Alright, I don't think I saved, and then you can save out individual color edit files. It seems like I should have. Hitting load brought up a Dreamcast file requester showing all the DVD ports and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I try not to get sucked into color edit modes. I get super anxious about color editing, as I found with KOF 2002 whatever. So look at these. Link mode was something about importing data. I don't remember if it was color edit data. Oh yeah, it is. So you can bring over your colors and secrets. Now all the secrets are pretty much unlocked by defaulting Pro, so I forget what that does for you. Who cares? Footwork mode doesn't get me anywhere, of course. Oh. I don't think I want to save. Let's not save. Aw, shoot. Okay. So, yeah, these aren't available, and this... Save? So, whatever's going on there, I don't know. Replay would play replays that you save, I guess. So pair match mode is 2-on-2 mode. Versus mode I can't pick, so it's got to be just local play against another human being. Should we pair match mode? So I guess this just throws out the whole ratio system. I always pick Capcom Groove, which is weird because I'm more of an SNK player, but Capcom Groove is easy. Well, that's right, because SNK Groove you have to charge, which is irritating. So yeah, everybody is the same ratio in this mode. I'm going to pick somebody random. Well, EXE and start. I don't know if there is a random select. Let's do... right there, and Capcom Globe. That's X Ryu. Whoops. Well, I guess I got goofy. Of course, one reason to pick the SNK group is because then you get the cool art by, what the heck is his name? I'm so bad, I forget.
Round one.
The SNK, the guy who was an SNK artist at the time, of course, now he's a funny animations. I was reading it changes back between regular CBS and Pro, and they actually changed a lot of system stuff in terms of how the fighting system works, detailed stuff, even down to how the meters charge exactly, and different ways to try to balance out some of the characters, I guess, but they actually did tweak a bunch of stuff, how the meters worked and things like that. Yeah, this CPU is not at a very high level. Oh, I accidentally hit my top. That's my special. I shouldn't look at command list while I'm playing. Oh. Forward, back, and then punch. Or forward, forward, punch. Oh, but I need level 3 for that. And max meter, I guess. Oh. The dashing feels weird. Let me try setting it to run instead of dash, because the dash is very short and hoppy.
Decide in the order of the house. Akuma Yuru-san. Round one.
How about the blur effect? This stage is not my favorite stage in this game. This game has some cool looking stages, but this one is just like very grayish, sort of pastel faded colors. Just a weird bunch of clutter outside. All the signs. I suppose it's realistic maybe, but it just doesn't feel. There's also not much sense of fighting. Oh man, I got hosed. Well, not hosed, I mean I got stuffed. Then all these characters in the background who, of course, because the backgrounds are high res and the sprites are low res, the background characters are way higher resolution than the fighting characters, which is weird. Think about it too much. This game has a pretty generous combo system, it seems like. I should probably do SNK Groove and just not bother. I don't know, that doesn't work. You have to charge to get your rage mode. Yeah, it's very combo happy in terms of just kind of chain combos. Well, I don't know how Akuma got busted up so bad. That was... I don't know what happened to health. It's definitely way too... well... This is the third stage. This is where the real difficulty should start to kick in. So we'll see how... Of course, King. Who beat the hell out of someone. Accidental. Man, that real effect is rough. But like this background, way cooler looking than else. I thought there might be an air version. Alright, well, that's too easy. So anyway, that's pair match mode, sort of a weird Capcom. Let's go option. Okay, change some things. We got to 4. Set it to original. Probably haven't heard enough of the normal to tell. Oh, I didn't set my screen offset back. I gotta do that too. And let's turn run on. That'll probably weird me out too. Just... all those other modes, except for the replay mode, I guess, but I don't have a replay yet. So, oh yeah, that's right, I made myself a character selection script that actually goes through and does a ratio correct selection of characters. I'm gonna have to dig that up. But I don't have that handy for now. Could do it, but I don't feel like it. So let's just here's Ibuki, I guess. Orochi Iori. Let's do Orochi Iori. How about that? Let's do his heavy attack button color.
Decide in the order of the house. Show me your best.
Now, probably this is the worst advantage, is to pick a single character. Like if you, I don't see a whole lot of CVS Pro tournaments, but in CVS 2 tournaments, everybody pretty much picks, what is it, 3 or 4 character teams. No, it's 3, right? They pick 2 ratio 1s and a ratio 2, I think. I think you can pick, actually, I think they limited to just 3 characters in CVS 2 now. I don't remember, I'm confused. But in Pro, I think you can actually pick a 4-character team. Well, difficult before, stage 1, not so difficult. Also, this heavy punch, heavy kick color is pretty grotesque.
Decide in the order of the house. Show me your best.
Yeah, there's 4 characters. Oh man, this is where the city's on fire, but what an intro. And this was really startling when I first saw it. I mean, the sort of highlight edging around the characters doesn't quite work in some ways, but in other ways it's just kind of cool. And it certainly achieves a unique look. Yeah, this AI is brain dead still. See what happens when you get to round 4. Fight 4.
Fights.
CVS Pro on PS1 was pretty easy. I'm pretty sure I had to set it all the way to the highest difficulty, and even then it was still too easy to get to the boss. So there may not be a whole lot to do in this game, really, from a single player point of view, just because there isn't enough challenge. I mean, I'm not kind of good at versus games or Street Fighter or KOF. So if I can spend the time on the game on the highest difficulty, we're not there yet, so I shouldn't speak too soon, but I shouldn't even be crushing it this easily on just medium difficulty. I'm gonna do a stage 3 super. What do we got? So uppercut well, sort of an uppercut motion. Double up, well, it's really just 2 quarter circle forward, really. I don't know, that's weird. How about this? What's that thing at the top say? I should be able to translate that, but my katakana is super rusty. Or we could do quarter circle forward, half circle back. Let's do that. That's a level 1 version. Slow fireball. Whoa. That's another super. Level 1 again, I think. So it is kind of a super uppercut. That's interesting. What stage was that? Was that 2, 3? I forget. No, we're at least on 3. It should have been... Whatever it was, it should have been on. sort of obligatory train stage. Colors aren't great, maybe. Ratio 1. So Orochi. Whoa. Oh no. I thought that was dropped. Oh, it didn't matter. Ah, shoot. Hit me with both supers. Oh no. Well, so much for storming to the boss. So, the difficulty's okay. Of course, I did pick a ratio 4, which is probably not the way to do it.
0.
But then again, if you do need more of a challenge, then you just pick a ratio 4, right? I kind of close my wrist trying to do supers I don't know. I shouldn't do supers. So run felt okay. I guess because that's SNK stuff. I don't even remember now. Do you run in KOF? No, you do, right?
Capcom.
So oh shoot! I wanted to pick SNK Groove. Can I just mash buttons and reset this thing? Oh, I can. Sweet. Okay, screwed up. This game does have a cool character UI. Okay, I didn't think this far ahead. I do find this interface confusing because it, the endless scroll thing, it's easy to feel like you're getting lost. Well, that's interesting. Not all of the same characters are here. Or am I just remembering? I should pick them up.
Come on, baby! Here I go!
Shinkiro, or Shinkiru, or Rao? I don't know. Shinkiro, maybe. Probably Shinkiro. Anyway, that's the artist, the old SNK artist, now Capcom artist. That's his name, who did the SNK Groove portraits. What are my fireballs? Pick some weird EX character guy. What the... Oh, kicks, right. I know how to play this game. This is a cool stuff. This is the original music. The new music, I mean.
Yeah! Little strike!
I know about this music. But I don't remember what the original music is.
Surprise throws! Track
Shot his back. Ah, shoot. So, let's see, you can't roll and SNK Groove, I'm doing light punch and light kick to roll like in a KOF game. Oh, crap. Oh, well, she was a ratio, too. That's alright, right? Ew, there's Cammy color. I was hitting the light punch, but that might actually be... hopefully it's just a light punch and not some hard map to the pre-mapping remap.
Cammy fights.
So yeah, I'm getting no meter because I'm not charging. You hit. Three buttons? Oh no, you can just hit the two strong attack buttons. But then once you're charged up, then you can do all the supers you want while your max mode lasts. Oh, it's that weird super uppercut motion again with kick this time. Oh, jeez. I don't know where that motion comes from. That's so weird. Oh, that took my whole meter, or did I just time it? Back when I was trying to play the PS1 version of this game in a not very graphically flashy way, which of course was a fool's errand, considering this is a versus game. But I figured if I could just get both sides to pick SNK Groove, then it's less flashy because you don't have supers as much because you have to charge all the way up to get a super. I don't know if that really works out that way, but it seemed like it. But of course you can't determine what
Round one, fight.
what the CPU picks. Burn knuckle, baby. And I'm just gonna carry you guys down to the ground. Even for a ratio 1, that was kind of sad.
Round two, fight.
Wait a second, is this still on dash? No, it's not dash back. I was actually seeing if the uppercut motion would do his rising tackle, but it's actually charge motion. Some KOF games is a charge motion. Some KOF games you could actually do it like 98. You could do uppercut motion to his rising tackle, which I prefer because I'm terrible at charge moves. It's not blocking. They're not while she rolled under it. Wait, so you can roll in Capcom Groove in this. That's right. They didn't. The grooves in this game aren't quite as wide range in terms of the changes they make to the character. Oh. I do have a soft spot for this one as opposed to the second one. I mean, the second one's awesome in its own ways, but just like the high-res backgrounds for some reason, a lot of them, and like this one, all this rain going on, we got puddles, we got an arcade there, we got this chauffeur on his bicycle or something, or is it just a salary man? Ah, jeez. Stop doing burn knuckle. It's my ticket to knockout land. Bar Capcom. There's a Capcom bar?
Decide in the order of the house.
I should just keep doing burn knuckles. What the heck? Yamazaki again. Yamazaki is not my favorite SNK character.
Hey, come on, come on!
Round one.
The worst. I just waited for her to get up and then knock her down automatically. Okay, this could be a problem. As far as... Oh, thanks for the knife, man. Oh, I just broke your knife.
Round
Is
two.
that a special intro? Maybe it is, because... Oh, wow. Yamazaki like a lieutenant of peace? Wow. Okay, so Yamazaki's solved the burn knuckle problem. At least the heavy one. Nice trade. I thought I could get him while he was charging, but no. Nice.
Target confirmed.
Round three. Fight.
Can't touch that. I love his defeat pose. It's like that in '98 as well.
Decide in the order of the house.
Yeah, these guys like burn knuckle.
Future legend.
Yamazaki really had it figured out.
Round one.
Another custom intro. That's awesome. Oh. Shake. Man, he punched me out of the light version of burn knuckle. Rising tackle. That was a nice counter to a huge rising tackle whip. Nice. So yeah, the CPU gets... Maybe I've just gotten worse, but I swear this feels more challenging than the PS1 version of Chun-Li. Terrible with her. Basically just like her because she's a cutie, I guess. That's not a bad reason for liking someone, is it? Oh! Well, and she's good at jump kicks. I like jump kicks. And I'm terrible with her special.
Round three. Fight.
Whoop. I just roll and throw. That's what I do in KLF anyway. Dang it. Oh, that failed. That failed bad. Oh, I forgot to switch the music, didn't I? Or did I? Oh, I did. paying attention to what I was doing. Oh, she figured it out. So yeah, around what, stage 4 or whatever, he does alright.
7, 0.
So certainly I was doing myself no favors with SNK grooves there. But I didn't have to worry about supers. Oh, I like that stage.
Capcom.
I want to be on that stage. I love this music. There's no volume select. Guilty Gear X that I just played on Dreamcast last night didn't have a volume setting either. I just remember Dreamcast games were always pretty loud. Okay, let's set this back to normal. How about that? Well, in theory, this should... So let's try Stage of Ryu Fist Explosion original. Yeah, that's pretty grungy. Well, if those are remixed, then it's way too subtle for me. Very quiet. Maybe that's not even doing it. Okay, let's do one more go for now. Do some EX characters, maybe.
Which groove do you like? Form up your team.
Let's do some EX Sakura. Oh, of course, Dan and Joe are the two new characters. Oh, there's no EX Joe. Oh, damn. Well, let's do them anyway. Because they're the two new characters in the...
Decide in the order of about. Show me your best.
Yeah, we got the construction.
Round 1, fight.
I think I read in a fact that there's more stuff that falls apart in the pro version once you fight in this stage. I'm just remembering that's it. Whirlwinds look pretty good. Maybe a little too... Whoop. Oh, wait a second. There it is. He's trying to do his quarter circle and half circle forward flying kick move, and I think he's doing this uppercut motion kick tiger thing. Yeah, it was weird looking in this game. I guess they kind of copied his alpha sprite. Looks like a little gnome. Sort of extra broad and compact. Large head. Does he not have an uppercut? Let's try it. Super. Whoa, what? He's got, what, 4 supers? Forward punch, forward kick, back punch, forward punch, and Sutato. Start button. Forward, no, that's forward kick, forward light kick plus start. Okay, let's try that. Of course, I'm not 100% sure the start button here is start. Oh no, well, so much for that. Poor Dan. Kill by ratio 3 Balrog.
Round 3, fight.
Oh no. Whoops. Little row of taunting, little calm and jump on Groovin'. Of course, that dance of hers comes from Alpha Games. Uh-oh. It's only ratio 1. Oh, no. Good. Oh, dang it. How much help did she get back? So that was EX Sakura. Oh, she got no help. Oh, no. I shouldn't try to do a super. This is just going to get me killed. What? No. Oh, man. Forward and then back to forward punch. Oh, jeez. Just slap her, I guess. Good job, Yuri. I should be picking the button combination colors. This happened to me. So I gotta remember Dan's super of forward light kick. I don't remember. Forward light kick plus start button or something. Well, if you're not gonna block it, I'm gonna keep doing it. Rio is just asleep at the wheel. It's not You want a cyclone, huh? Yeah. Tornado. That's what it is. Jeez. I don't know what happened there. Well, maybe we should give Dan a crack at it if that's gonna happen. Of course, I'll probably get butchered here. That intro.
Round 1, fight.
Oh no. Oh, I hit the... I didn't have any super meter with Dan again. Yeah, but okay. So, what was that weird thing? And I don't think the directions reverse since I'm reversed. So, quarter circle forward times 2 plus A plus start. But would I must do A and start at the same time, right? And A is light kick. I think that might have been it. But he probably has a forward A super, so it could have just been that. How would I know? Yeah, I don't know. Satisfying beefy hit sounds. I think that was it. Oh, it gives him 3 levels of... Wow, so it was a super taunt, and it filled up his meter completely. Then I wanted to see if doing a level 3 version of it, if that would do anything different. That's really interesting, man. I could have sworn I hit the kick button there, but she did an uppercut. Something that I think I'm missing here is how to do a level 3 super, if there is such a thing. Must be, right? You have to hit both buttons. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, you must have to hit both buttons together, right? Both kicks or both punches. And I actually... So probably doing a light button super does just level 1. Heavy button super does level 2, and both together would do a 3. Could try doing a... Jeez, Yuri, what is your friggin' super... Oh yeah, it's weird stuff. Forward, then back to forward punch. Yeah, so that light Uh-oh. Well, Joe, yeah, that's EX here.
Final round of the fight.
I'm gonna try to do a little 3 super with Joe. Oh, I can't really get there. Oh no. I couldn't do it. Oh, I
Eight, 7, 0.
It's getting worse and worse. It's a stylish interface there. I gotta go look up if you can do a stage 3 super. It must be a way. Maybe I just hit the buttons badly.
Capcom.
No, it is both buttons at once for a level 3, so I just didn't hit the buttons together enough, I guess. Well, that's too bad. So that is CVS Pro, my first attempt on Dreamcast ever, because I never had the Pro versions before, even back when I had all my Dreamcast fighting games. So that was, so it's a lot more challenging than I thought it was, and I did read, one fact said that the CPU was a lot tougher in Pro than in regular. I don't remember this being too good at the non-Pro version back in the day, but I did kind of stomp through the PS1 version of Pro, so I don't know, maybe the PS1 version just doesn't have enough horsepower to be smart. Who knows? That doesn't really make sense, does it? Creative mode, kind of cool. I should have tried more button combination colors. Still do some now. How about that? I wonder if EX characters have different colors than regular characters.
Form up your team.
So what if I did right punch, light kick, Chun-Li, heavy punch, heavy kick, no, both kick, Balrog.
Decide in the order of about.
I'm kind of meant to do ratio 1 there.
Round 1, fight.
Whoop. Wait a second. It is a charge move. Oh, it's back forward. That's right. That's the up down one. What would her super be? It's gotta be a kick move, right? Oh no. What? She's Chun-Li. Alright, how about just that first one? Yeah, that's what it was. Calling a whip. Hit the top one again. Probably get up to level 3 here. On level 3, don't die. Okay. That was a level 3. Her meter's gone. Cool. Apparently, one fact listed actually, it wasn't a fact, it was some other page, listed a trivia thing for this game that I didn't know, which there's a voice sample from the old 1960s Star Trek TV series, and I think it's in Geese's stage. So this seems like a pretty standard color for Balrog, so possibly I did not get the buttons close together enough again. I think he has weird super inputs too. Yep. So you have to charge back, then forward, then back, then forward, and any button. Nope, not a taunt button. Oh, his bare knuckle beat my super. Come on. I got paid?
Get it on. Round 2, fight.
He's got the turnaround. Oh, he does. Oh, I keep getting this button. Dummy. Oh. It's a weird hitbox.
Final round, fight.
Chun supers. So, very Balrog-ish charge motion there with kick.
Decide in the order of the house. Show me your best. Don't stop me. Round 1, fight.
Oh, come on. His fist, he's punching with his fist like thumb upward.
Round 2, fight.
That's a cool animation.
I got paid. Round 3, fight.
No. Come on, list. Kick, I guess. But oh, it's level 3 and max. I see. What is that symbol between Y and A on the first super though? And then there's a thing after that, after the A and B. I don't know. Well, I could try his level 3 max. The level 3 max ones only work at full meter, so there's probably they'll only come out as level 3s, I guess. Dang it. Oh, it's kick, so it does say A or B, not together, but since it's level 3, I guess you can do either one. Don't have to do it together. Interesting. Oh, I didn't get it off. Dang it.
Round 4, fight.
Oh, that was a level 3. Oh, whoa. I'm doing stupid stuff. I shouldn't try to do supers. This is why I play fighting games without supers if I can manage it.
Final round.
Probably I should just switch back to SNK just for the heck of it. I'm not tempted to try supers. Well.
KO. Decide in the order of the house. Brace yourself.
I actually kind of like the group point, or the whatever point system in this game where characters are fixed. Like Benny Maru is always a ratio 1 unless you're, of course, you're playing the hero mode. But just the idea that certain characters are just inherently weaker, and I don't know, that was scary. But it also gives the game more personality, whereas, of course, in the sequel, they made it so you can pick any ratio for any character as long as it adds up to 4. That's right, so people will pick 2 ratio 1s and 1 ratio 2. Whereas in this, outside of pair mode, Balrog is always a ratio 2. Same with Chun-Li's thing is always a ratio 1. And, I don't know. Makes it interesting. Oh, okay, so, can I get it off this time before I get croaked? Kick buttons, I hope. Balrog. Never gonna be able to do your ratio 3. Now, maybe I did have to hit the buttons together.
Round 3, fight. Final round.
Capcom vs SNK display in the arcade. Of course, it's not a Capcom vs SNK Pro display. Come over here, Iori. I want to see the darn arcade. Come on. Oh, this way, you goober. Come on, man. What is this junk? Iori. Come on. Sure. Oh, you gonna chase me now? No? Stand back there and taunt? Why don't I just... Oh, now you're coming? Come, boy, or I'll just time you out. That's as far as you get into the art. No, it isn't, because I was farther before. Come on, jerk face. I'm not going over there, aren't I? I guess that's about all there is. So yeah, the Capcom SNK display. That's
Decide in the order of about. This will be a future legend.
I saw Rugal and I was like, I get to the boss battle, but no, this is just a regular character in this game, except for the high ratio character.
面白いやろうか
Man, that was weird.
落ちろ遅い
What's that snatch of her? That sounded wrong. That move where she snatches you. Wow. Now she uses the ratio 1.
I am down.
Oh man, I'm ripped out. Cat.
Round 2.
That's such a cool sprite of Rugal in this game. Capcom really did a great job drawing the SNK characters. Oh no! Okay, so wait. Can I do it now? Just gonna fireball me. Do it. Oh, that was it. Some idea what it is, I guess. It was sort of a super turnaround punch. Maybe.
Final round. Fight.
I should have got him. Chun-Li. I haven't really wrecked the house in this so far. Not enough damage. What do you do to bring the house down? Oh, I did get to the boss. Phew. With characters, I don't feel like I'm particularly good with at all.
You cannot escape from death.
Round 1. Fight.
I don't know if I've heard a Star Trek voice intro yet. I haven't noticed that stereo problem I was getting with Breathe earlier. There wasn't any sound on the right hand side.
I got paid.
Did he get back up or something though? Yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, now you're gonna be a tough guy. Oh no!
Final round.
Oh, charged up her super meter. Dang it! Wow, he was a lot tougher when he resurrected himself. Well, no knocking geese off the building. I'm gonna continue, that's for wimps.
0.
So that was on medium difficulty, difficulty 4 out of 8. Mashing buttons, more or less. This is Alright, well, yeah, I like this game. It didn't, I mean, really, once CVS 2 came out, everybody kind of decided CVS wasn't that great. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know what people's attitude towards CVS was before CVS 2 came out. Certainly, it gets short shrift in a world where CVS 2 exists, but I like it. I think it's cool. I like the high-res, all 2D, no 3D. I like this crazy ratio system. It's spooky enough for me. I'm gonna stick with that. So thanks for watching this. I do have one more Dreamcast Naomi arcade game on the way. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It is a fighting game. I will say it is not Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because I'm happy enough with the PS3 version of that I already own. So you can probably figure out what it is, but I'm not sure when it's going to get here because it's shipping in Japan and they don't have precise tracking. So who knows? It'll just show up someday. And between then and now, I'll probably be getting back to doing Virtua Fighter stuff. It did occur to me yesterday that now that my eyes are feeling better and I can take flashier graphics, I can do Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. Am I going to play a dedicated character in that or not? I don't know. I'll probably just take some stabs at playing at it and keep playing its quest mode and see how I feel about it. I do remember that I think its quest mode is fixed on best of 2 or first to 2 instead of first to 3, which I didn't really like. So I'm not sure if I would stick with that. But worth trying out, I suppose, for the novelty, if nothing else, at least. And then I also need to finish going through the sort of alternate characters in KOF 98 to determine who my roster in 98 is going to be. I have a different roster than I have in 2000, those being the 2 main KOFs I'm playing. But now I can play flashier games. I can play the KOFs where you can't turn supers off. Also, I think I've found that I wasn't going to play the KOF games or Neo Geo games in general that have flashing red screen effects, which is that you can't turn off, which is all the KOS before 98, where you could finally turn it off after that horrific incident in Japan in 97 with the Pokemon flashing red and blue animation sequence that gave a bunch of kids seizures. SNK finally put in an option to turn off the red screen flash effects, but they defaulted it to still having the effects on, and nobody really turned it off except me, so whatever. Like that Pokemon. But the PS1 version of 95 takes out the red screen flash. There's a red screen flash in 95 when you KO somebody, maybe just at the end of the match. I don't remember if between rounds or just at the end of the match. But that flash is not present as far as I could tell in the PS1 version. So I can play KF 95 on PS1 if I want. Also, I just noticed today that in KOF 99, the PS1 version, there is no white screen strobe effect at the end of a match if you finish it with a special move or a striker, whereas there is in, for instance, the version of KOF 99 in Fighters NES compilation on PS2, Japanese PS2, which is more or less the arcade version as far as I know. Well, anyway, I think that Flash strobe probably is in the Neo Geo arcade version, but it's not in the PS1 version. Of course, the PS1 version has load times and probably cut animations and stuff, but still. And I'm wasting a lot of time on this, but who the heck cares? And then it's not just SNK games that did this on PS1, because the PS1 versions, there's a Darkstalkers Night Warriors game, that's the first Darkstalkers on PS1. There's a Darkstalkers 3 on PS1. And both of those, it looks like, don't have the red screen flash when you kill a character or you beat a character that the arcade or PS2 versions do. So I hadn't been playing the PS2 version, well, just because it was so flashy in general, but I wasn't going to play it still because it did have that red screen KO flash. I decided not to play fighting games that have a red screen flash or a strobing effect. Like the first Guilty Gear has a white strobing effect on PS1 when you beat somebody. But the PS1 versions of Darkstalkers don't have that red screen flash effect when you take out a character, so I can play the PS1 versions again, which again, load times and cut animations, but the heck, man, I'll be unique that way. So I don't know why I was rambling on about that stuff, but that's stuff that is coming up in various ways, along with a ton of other fighting games that I'm at least trying to get through 5 minutes of videos. And so yeah, more variety and another Dreamcast fighting game coming up whenever that gets here. Lots more to explore in this CBS Pro, of course, and in Guilty. Oh, so that's right. So actually, I misspoke, because the next thing I actually have to do tomorrow is another Guilty Gear X video, because I recorded the first one with the game sound set too high relative to the microphone, so you couldn't hear all the precious dialogue or commentary I was giving, which of course is a great shame, but it's probably just even more annoying than having to listen to what I say, just hearing me muttering in the background, which is maybe what this sounds like. I don't know if I have this balanced right. But I at least have the settings where I think they should be decibel-wise. So next will be another Guilty Gear X episode. I'll be going through survival mode with a bunch of characters, at least that's the plan, and it should be fun. So thanks for watching this, and now that my eyes are feeling better, I will be able to play much more Versus Series games, including the Marvel stuff. I'm kind of looking forward to that, actually. And yeah, now I have way too many fighting games to play. How I'm going to fit it in, I have no idea. But we'll just have to see how I manage it. So, alright, I really got to go. I guess how I'll fit it in is just not getting enough sleep, which is a bad move. I shouldn't do that, so I'm going to bed now. Thank you again for watching, and good night.